It's race day! Well, it would be if we were in Kona and this was any normal year. We're not going to let that ruin things though, just because there's no Hawaiian sunshine and we haven't got Mike Riley's voice booming out of the tannoy and the crowds lining the street. Instead, we're going to create our own World Championships. And what better way to do that than with an attempt to break the Ironman World Record, thanks to the support of Form Goggles and Zwift.
Now you might be thinking we've gone mad, and yeah, maybe we have, but this year we need goals more than ever before. So today, the GTN team, Heather, myself, and a special guest are going big. We're going after Jan Frodeno's Ironman World Championship record time, a time of 7 hours, 51 minutes and 13 seconds that he set at the 2019 Ironman World Champs.
Yeah, it was incredibly fast. If we break it down and we're going to follow Jan's time, then we need to hit the swim, which is 3.8 kilometers in 47 minutes, 31 seconds. We need to cover the 112 miles or 180k of bike in 4 hours, 16 minutes and 2 seconds. And then we need to complete the run, which is a marathon, 42.2k in 2 hours, 42 minutes, 43 seconds.
Yeah, now before we progress, I think it's time we introduce our special guest, pro triathlete Kat Matthews.
Kat is a member of the BMC VFit Pro Triathlon team, as well as representing the British Army. Having only turned pro 18 months ago, she's already proved she's one to watch. Victory at 70.3 Carlen and the British National 100-mile time trial title are just a couple of her impressive recent results. I understand that some of you might be questioning our ambition with this one, even with the help of Kat. And realistically, it's probably not possible to swim or cycle or run at the pace of Jan Frodeno for that distance. So we're making it into a relay, but slightly different to our previous challenges.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think if we were in slightly better conditions, slightly warmer, maybe we might have had a chance, eh? Yeah, maybe not. No, in all reality, we are breaking each of the disciplines down into a relay itself. So we're all going to be swimming, cycling and running, but in manageable chunks and distances before tagging in the next person and they take over.
The target time isn't our only challenge today. Logistics require a bit of flexibility. We're not in Kona. We don't have a closed road Ironman route to hand, and it is pretty much winter here now in the UK. So we found an open water venue here at Vobster Quarry for the swim. The problem being, it's not ideal for cycling or running. So we are going to pause the clock whilst we head over to the studio for the bike and the run. Yep, we're going to be doing that on Zwift for the bike and the run legs, but we'll tell you more about that when we get there. As you can see, we're at our swim venue, so it's probably a time to get changed and warm up. Okay, as you can see, well, Marc is at least just about ready. It is a relay, we've still got time till our leg. Marc, are you ready?
No, not really.
Right, he is. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, it's gonna be so cold in there! All right, the clock is running. As you can see, Marc is well underway. We have a pretty strong target to hit. So Jan's time of 47.31 for the 3.8k equates to 1:15 per 100 meters. Yeah, we've got wetsuits on, but we don't have the buoyancy of the sea, and it's freaking cold in there. It's apparently 15 degrees, so it's gonna be quite challenging. We've got a loop of 400 meters, so it basically equates to 9.5 laps. So we set Marc off first in the hope that he'll do the final 200 as well. So we've basically all got to do 3 laps each, trying to hold as close as we can to 1:15. I'm hoping Marc's gonna be quicker, so then it can allow for a little bit of leeway elsewhere.
Right, we are 1 rep down. How was yours?
Yeah, not too bad. I thought it was going to be worse, but I know we've got a few more to go.
You sound like you're mumbling like it might have been quite... No, it's definitely not the tropical Kona waters, but we are doing quite well on time. We both did a pretty good split there, and Heather's flying as well. So I've actually got to get ready to get going again. Yeah. This is quite hard doing the stop-start, but yeah. Here we go.
There's no turtles in this.
It's cold. hard to breathe.
So 4:43 there on the watch for the 400, so a little bit below Jan's pace, so hopefully the girls are gonna finish this off.
Marc and I have been taking full advantage of the Form Swim goggles to help keep us on record pace. It means we don't need to rely on our perceived swim speed, and now I know exactly how fast I need to swim. I've got no excuses. Right, we're almost there. Marc is doing the final 200 metres, so I've got to get the stop clock and see if we're anywhere near pace. Oh.
What we on?
Oh, good effort. Oh, that was such a sterling effort from all the team and an amazing final 200 metres by Marc. We knew we had our work cut out and there was quite a lot of time to make up on that final bit, and yeah, he didn't manage to. So we are behind time. We've got a time of 49:03, which, yeah, wasn't what we wanted. Jan's time was 47:31, so we, just over a minute and a half deficit already after just the swim. But still all to play for. It's time to get changed, warm up and head over to the studio for the bike and the run. All right, that is the swim done, obviously, and we've got nice and warm. The heating is whacked up in the car right now. But most importantly, the clock has stopped because this is T1, but we can't realistically get to the bikes very quickly. So it's giving us a little bit more time to recover, which we definitely need. And I think it's probably a good time to reflect on our strategy and our plan. So you've seen the fact that the swim, we still had to work incredibly hard doing it in a relay, and we are currently a minute and a half or minute 32 seconds down, I think it is. And we learned from our previous record attempt when we tried doing the Lanzarote Ironman course record, where I swam, Marc ran and Fraser biked, and we were miles off. So we're hoping that with a bit of learning from that this is a slightly better tactic to take. Admittedly though, I haven't got any more fitness, probably less than that. Lockdown hasn't been brilliant. Not going to speak for Kat or Marc, they've got some work cut out, but it's time to head to the bike and yeah, see if we can make up that deficit. Well, as you can see, we are well underway. Marc's currently working hard on the bike. We're really lucky here. We've managed to bring all three bikes so we can alternate. We're on our own. We don't have to chop in and out. We're on Zwift for this, and we're working as a tag team using the ride-along function on Zwift, so we can basically find each other, and then it's a seamless tag team. So Marc, I think it's just finished now, and he has tagged over to Kat, and she's on for her 10K. And we're aiming to hold an average of 26.2 miles an hour or 42.2 kilometers an hour, because we've got to try and cover the whole 180K in 4 hours and 16 minutes. And now, it was my turn.
Go, 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 go! You're in your small ring. You're in your small ring.
mine. Oh no, I'm getting again.
So although we're only doing 10 kilometres since, I actually think this is harder than what Jan Frodeno did in Kona, because he was in a pace line in a pack, whereas we're on our own.
Don't let Jan see that.
No, it's blooming impressive what he's done, and I think we're showing how tough it is just to do 10k at a time.
So with my first effort completed, Marc stepped back in. Now to repeat it 5 more times.
Right, whilst Heather's working hard here beside me, I thought I'd just take a moment to talk through our setups here. So we've got 3 Wahoo kickers. We've got the brand new one with rocking motion at the bottom, a new addition to them. We've got the kicker headwind at the front, so that adjusts with the speed you're going or how hard you're working. And Heather is actually using the kicker climb, so it adjusts with the gradient within Zwift. We're on a very flat course, so it's not adjusting very much here. And that's all paired up to Zwift. We've got 2 screens, just for simplicity between us. We're just switching around as we go in this relay fashion. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive setup. We're very fortunate here, and it's working beautifully.
So just done my 3rd segment, and Heather's just finished hers, so we're now officially halfway through. I think we're a bit behind time, but we're going to make it up, hopefully. When I started my first segment, they were about 50 minutes, 10k, just over FTP pace, so I realised quite quickly that was going to be too hard to continue. So I think my power's sort of dropping off as we're going through them, but it's really hard work, actually. We've got a really strong 3-person team here, so everyone's doing their best to try and get the speed up as much as we can.
Almost halfway through my 5th breath, so about 15 k's to go for me. I'll be honest, I'm struggling. I mean, obviously, very impressive speed, and also just this on and off. It's like hard interval, stopping, getting back up to speed. A bit of more like a cheer.
Like a serious burn, going from, fresh, from sitting down to up at that, threshold. Brutal.
With Marc's work on the bike finished, he's off to set up the run. Kat and I have one more left to go.
Not hurt so much.
And I wish I were done. I can't even string a sentence together and I've still got to run a marathon, admittedly with the help of those two, but oh my god, that's depressing. All right, I have just finished the bike. I was the last one to go, so Marc has already started on the run as soon as I did my last pedal stroke. We are, however, a little behind time. So we were a 4 hour 22 compared to Jan's 4 hour 16, which means we're a 6 minute 27 second deficit, which we've somehow got to try and make up. We've managed to find a little bit on the transitions because we did have a sort of stop the clock system. But now Marc is doing his best to make up as much as we can on the run. We've got a few more calculations to do to find out just what speed we've all got to run at. Well, as you know, Marc set us off at a sterling pace on the run, and now you can see behind me, Kat is working incredibly hard, and these guys are running super fast, actually faster than the time that Jan recorded, because we've got a bit of catching up to do. So I just want to explain the numbers before we go any further, and also a bit of procrastination before I have to run. So Jan ran an incredible time of 2 hours, 42 minutes, 43 seconds in Kona. That was a speed of 15.5 kilometers an hour. So he was running 3:51 per K, or 6 minutes, 12 seconds per mile. But he has a transition total time, so T1 and T2 gave him took 4 minutes 57 seconds. We have stopped, like I alluded to earlier, so we've taken that off our time, off our deficit. So that means we are currently 3 minutes 2 seconds behind Jan Frodeno at the start of the run. Right, hopefully you're still with me. Well, that means we have a marathon time target of 2 hours, 39 minutes, 41 seconds, which equates to 3:47 per kilometre, or a 6:06 minute mile, 15.85 kilometres per hour. A lot of numbers there. Basically, it means we have got to run ridiculously fast for a full marathon. Yes, there are 3 of us. I sadly can't quite run at that pace, so these guys are currently working harder than that, and we've just got to see how long we can hang on. We haven't got a set changeover pace because we're going to kind of see how each other feel and when we need to swap in and out, but we've got our work cut out. Like jelly, even with that extra rest. And yeah, I'm not able to run at Jan Frodeno's pace. Well, actually, yeah, I'm just off his pace at the moment, but I need to be above it. So it's crazy to think you can run a whole marathon faster than this. Just mad.
Second run. I know we've got a bit of time to claw back, so I've bumped up a bit. Come for 17k now, 3:31 per kilometre. Don't think it's going to be enough, but feel good just to shave a little bit off that deficit.
It's not too bad. I think this is like, after I've done this, I've only got a few more K left. So, and then the rest, I think we'll be nearly done, so it's looking good.
As we carried on into the night, we knew it was going to be close, but spirits remained high. One more stint each to go.
Just under 4K, so I'm going to see if I can try and get a bit closer to the pace the guys have been holding. Because this crunch time, I think we're pretty close, but might be just a bit too much to ask. Plus the other one. We're done. And now we've got to do some maths. We've given it everything and it's down to the calculator to see how close we were. See how really know.
Oh my God, that was such a tough day, wasn't it, guys? I have definitely found some newfound respect for Jan Frodeno. I mean, Kat, how did you find it? You didn't even know what you were stepping into.
Yeah, I mean, it's really put into perspective just how tough he and all the top guys and girls are working at Kona, because we had breaks and we still couldn't, well, nearly get the record.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have had a little bit of time to recover now, and well, to be honest, I think I still need a few more days. But most importantly, we have done the maths. As you know already, we had a little bit of a deficit after the swim, so we had a bit of catching up to do on the bike and the run, and it meant that we had to do 2 hours, 39 and 41 seconds on the marathon to catch back up with Jan's time. And for that 42.2 kilometres, we did 2 hours, 39 minutes and 52 seconds.
Oh my goodness. I actually can't believe how close that was. I mean, I know that we stopped for our transitions, and I mean, if we hadn't, we would have been miles off. But just to remind you guys very quickly, we were aiming for the record, and the actual overall record is 7:51:13. So, Kat, do you want to let everyone know what our overall joint Ironman time was?
So, as a team of 3, and we paused transitions, we did 7:51:24.
We're just sub 8, guys, so yeah, well done.
Massive effort, I think. Just it was really hard, wasn't it?
That
But
was
brilliant.
incredibly hard. I mean, to be honest, we did have the cold here in the swim, wasn't, the tropical Kona water, so it was quite hard, But no, seriously, that was absolutely awesome. So thanks also, Kat, for joining us today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please do give it a like for our sake as well, just for putting all that work in. If you're not doing so already, please do head on over to our GTN social media channels, give them a follow, and if you're not doing so already as well, please go and subscribe just down below.